Hi guys, it is a massive one. This is the Jurassic Park T-Rex Rampage, set number 75936. It came with 3,120 pieces and retailed for £220 back in 2019. So this is one massive set. The whole thing absolutely takes up a huge space. If you have the two items together, you're not going to fit them on a shelf. I mean, that is on my desk and it is using up one colossal amount of space. So what we're going to start with, let's start with the Tyrannosaurus Rex first. So here she is, it's Rexy. She is one colossal beast. In order to fit with the scale, they've gone for a brick built dinosaur. Very different to obviously all of the solid built ones that they normally have. Myself, I don't actually like it. It's awkward and cumbersome for my liking. The gate was everything. So see, as I'm moving this, look, see the joint is coming away. You can hear it clicking. I'm just going to plop that back in. Ooh. I lose his back. So I'm losing the leg the other side as well. Look, sorry for the awful camera work. See what I mean? This isn't a play toy. This really isn't. It's aged 16 up, and you can see why. I mean, some of the techniques are fantastic. I mean, I love the actual looking of the structure of the leg. Things like this is quite cool, how they build the individual toes. Focus there. Got a nice little axle piece there and put it together, but practically wise, it isn't great. You can't really play with it. You can, it's got a ball joint in the legs. I'm afraid. Okay, so I'm taking it back a little bit. It's just I'm worried to play with her because of how fragile she is. So in the tail, got a nice little cool joint. So it gives you flexibility to move it from one side to the other. I can give it a nice little tail swish one way or the other. But as I move it, again, I've got to be very careful that it doesn't lose its balance. The head there, so it's got printed eyes. They're pretty cool. The jaw as well is pretty awesome, although obviously I dislike this grey piece a lot there. But obviously the way this has been constructed, it had to have some studs to stick onto it, and at the moment that was the only piece available to them. The head itself will give you a little bit of left and right motion, although the up and down again is a little bit lacking. In order to try and keep it as stable as possible, I can see kind of the decisions they've made, but for me it's a little bit cumbersome. It's built very similarly to the Jurassic Park T-Rex attack with the cars that came out this year. It's very similar, just on a larger scale. Two debates about which one's better, or these ones or the solid plastic dinosaurs. But there are an awful lot amount of pieces in here, which obviously drove up the value. And for me, I would have been fine with just the gate. So here are the gates. This is the reason I wanted it. Get rid of the T-Rex. This is the reason. The gates, the iconic gates from the movie. I'm going to stand back just to get it in. As I make my way down it, it's a gigantic scale. I'm just going to put my hand in there for scale. That's how we scale things now, by hands. I mean, it's massive and I love it. It's great foliage down the bottom. Just adds to it. Really nice detail. You got all the flames obviously running up on its side. One disappointment, this is stickers. And it looks a bit odd, especially here where it's split. Why I had to do that, I'm not really sure. Especially over £200. A print there would have been lovely. Beside that though, I'm in love with the front. The gates, just look stunning in the colour. And the mud work with the car rail in the middle was just fantastic. If I bring in the car, here's the car from the 2022 set, T-Rex Escape, and I'll line it up. Unfortunately, the scale does not work. Obviously, clearly the tyres don't get anywhere near. So that's a shame. I feel that's a little bit of a missed opportunity, but that's fine. That's fine. The sets had 3 years between them, so you know, I assume they're not expecting them to match. Just fantastic. I'm going to make my way to the back now. So as phenomenal as the front is, and it looks like a brilliant display piece. The back is full of all the Easter eggs. Now obviously this bumped up the piece count by adding a lot of little scenes. It uses up a lot of dead space on the back. Now you obviously wouldn't display it by this because of obviously the underside of the studs. However, it's really cool function to show off to people. So on the top here, we've got the nice little function here to open the gates. So just if you wheel that top bit, you can open the gates in one fluid motion, which is really nice. I like that. I approve that very much so. So on the top, we have the cracked Velociraptor eggs that Dr. Alan Grant finds when life found a way. Over here is the Dennis Nedry's embryo canister covered in the mud. Further down, here is the jelly once again, also in the Raptor Chase set. The jelly and ice cream that John Hammond has when the freezers go down, the park loses its power. Down the bottom, here we are. Now, if you're not quite sure what this scene's for, this is for, let me go get him, for the minifigure I haven't shown you yet, the shirtless Ian Malcolm. Look at him there in all his glory. Love it. Didn't need to be there, but fantastic. This side is the toilet that poor Donald Gennaro met his demise, bless him, getting eaten on the toilet by the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Although his minifigure isn't with this set and hasn't been with any of the Jurassic Park sets as is currently. Down here, a little computer screen. Love that. This isn't Dennis Nedry's computer screens. This is Ray Arnold. This is his computer desk. A lot tidier than Dennis Nedry's was. And then at the bottom, we mentioned Ray Arnold. I really didn't expect this to be in here. But this is the scene where Ellie Sattler, let me go grab her, restores power to the park. And there is Ray Arnold's dismembered arm. Now you can't see it because of the way it's actually put in, but if you got in there, you can't really see that. Maybe a little bit. There is actually red for blood, the other side of that. It's a cool Easter egg. I can't believe they did it, especially for a kid's set, but I love it. And I really appreciate it being there. One thing I will say about the build quality, at the side here, you see these weird little flaps. They've been attached with Technic pieces in here in order to get the shape of the gate. However, they can come apart quite easily, and you just have to be very careful of that, especially when picking it up, because these come out of place quite easily like that. Now I've already shown you two of the figures already, but here are the figures included in this set. We have Ray Arnold here. Nice little printing. He's got a little Jurassic Park badge. He is still exclusive to this set to this day. Is Alan Grant, now appearing in 3 different sets, although this print, I believe, is exactly the same to the Jurassic Park Velociraptor Chase from 2018, although he does come with a raptor claw, which I quite like. Ellie Sattler, exactly the same torso printing, however her hair is tied up at the back, as opposed to the hair down flowing from the previous set. John Hammond there, with cane in hand. Love that little buck tooth going on there. Here is a hot, sweaty Ian Malcolm, bless him, with his shirt wide open, obviously for his iconic scene. Got a nice leg printing there from his injured leg. And then we have Dennis Nedry. It's difficult to make overweight figures, so they tried their best with the torso printing. Again, another figure completely exclusive to this set. The 6, absolutely brilliant. The kids came in the set previous to this, the year before. So we're just missing Robert Muldoon, the hunter, and Donald Gennaro, the lawyer. I don't know what set they'll make now, if any, to make those characters. So this might be as close as we get to the full set of characters. One more thing to show. Here is the little plaque that they do. They do these a lot for Star Wars sets predominantly. However, this is all a sticker, which is a bit disappointing. Just some information about the Tyrannosaurus Rex. So there it is. That's my little quick review of this set. Personally, I don't like the T-Rex. It's okay, I understand the scale they've gone for, it's got some unique builds, but for me, it's all about the gate. The gate is everything. I absolutely love it. It's a great display piece. It commands whatever room anyone goes in. I would have liked this bit here to not be stickers. If that had been a print, that would have been phenomenal, because obviously it worries me that if it peels off, that's going to be a massive gaping hole, and that's going to be a bit of an issue to get hold of some new stickers. But I love the set, absolutely phenomenal. It's obviously retired now, but if you can get hold of it and you're a Jurassic Park fan, absolutely essential. The only weird point, I haven't got the box, it's currently up in the loft. However, it was all branded to Jurassic World, even though it's a Jurassic Park set. The other previous set in 2018 with the Velociraptors in the kitchen, that also was Jurassic World branded, which was a bit bizarre if you ask me. Still trying to flog the film, I assume. But yeah, that's it. Was it worth £220? It was. I would have paid that for the gate. The dinosaurs just bumped up the pieces and got in the way, if you're asking me. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this review. Give it a thumbs up. Thank you. Bye.